805, buongiorno. Good morning, very good morning to all of you. Distinguished Excellencies, esteemed guests, honored guests, again, a very good morning to each and every one of you. Your Excellency, Madam Siti Nurbaya, Minister of Forestry, Environment and Forestry of Indonesia, Deputy DG, Madam Semedo, thank you for being here with us. My dear colleague, guests, I will come to you in due time, but allow me to give you a kind of idea how we're going to set this Indonesia side event. If you allow me, I will move there. And Bismillah, I'll show you the book to be unveiled today. And please be aware that our colleagues from Indonesia, they are all with us in this side event through the webcast. It is indeed with great pleasure that I stand before you once again as the facilitator for this important Indonesian side event. 2 years ago, in this very venue during COFO 26, I remember it was still COVID restriction everywhere. We hosted a similar side event showcasing SOIFO 2022. Today, we are delighted to unveil our latest publication, SOIFO 2024, to all of you. Thank you for being here. We are deeply honored by the presence of Minister Siti Nurbaya from the Indonesian Ministry of Environment and Forestry, as well as Deputy Director General of the FAO, Madam Semedo, and among us are respected officials, distinguished academicians, FAO experts, and esteemed delegates participating in COFO 2027. Today's event, if you agreed upon it, will feature opening remarks from Minister Nurbaya and DG Semedo first, followed by unveiling of our new publication. The subsequent segment will include statements from the Indonesian private sector. I recognize Professor Endoriono, represented by the Association of Forest Concessionaires, and some technical presentations from experts on the National Forest Monitoring System, known as CMONTANA. CMONTANA is how it's called, for National Forest Inventory System in my country, in Indonesia, which is indeed crucial instrument for sustainable forest management. It is worth mentioning, Madam Semedo, that Indonesian delegation has actively participated in Forestry Week since 2018, beginning with COFO 24, COFO 25, COFO 26, and now we are at COFO 27, Alhamdulillah. And each time we came here, we introduced to you and launched a new biannual publication known as SOIFO, as a king of the global SOIFO. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, it is my distinct honor to invite Minister Nurbaya to deliver her opening remarks.
Thank you, Pak Efran, Your Excellencies, Ambassador, and dear guests, Excellency Ms. Maria Semendo, Deputy DG of FAO, Facilitator Dr. Efran Shah, and all speakers, Prof. Hansen, Dr. Julian Fox, Prof. Indroyono, and Eric Primantoro, distinguished participants in attendance, both present in this room and online, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all esteemed guests. I extend my warm greetings and deep gratitude to the FAO headquarters for their diligent efforts in organizing the 9th World Forest Week special event, coinciding with the 27th session of the Committee on Forestry in Rome. It is truly an honor for me to address today the opening of our special event focused on Indonesia National Forest Monitoring System, Simontana, as a pivotal tool in our journey towards forest sustainability and climate resilience. Additionally, we are equally pleased to unveil our latest publication, The State of Indonesia Forest 2024. Living within a country blessed with vast tropical forests, Indonesia places paramount importance on combating the global challenges of deforestation and forest degradation. These issues are intricately linked to global policies, climate change, trade barriers, and the necessity for a holistic land management approach to drive national development and secure forest sustainability and climate resilience. We are fully aware of the impact these challenges have on our nation's reputation and sovereignty, especially concerning indicators like deforestation, conservation, and carbon emissions, which present daunting tasks to address for developing nations. In response to these challenges, Indonesia has reinforced and improved several policies and programs to enhance forest sustainability and climate resilience. These include shifting forest management focus toward sustainable forest ecosystem and community-based approaches, integrating environmental carrying capacity principles into forest utilization schemes, preventing biodiversity loss in and around conservation areas, and implementing policies that balance economy and environmental considerations while ensuring equitable community access to forest resources. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, Indonesia Volunetsing 2030 initiative aims to significantly reduce greenhouse gases emissions from the forestry and land sectors by surpassing emission levels through sequestration by the year 2030, which will be indicated by negative emissions of 140 million tons CO2 equivalent. These policies serve as a robust instrument propelling Indonesia towards a better future with reduced greenhouse gases emissions, enhanced air quality, enriched biodiversity, and heightened resilience to climate change impacts. Through this strategic approach, the Volu sector will contribute to lowering approximately 60% of the national emission reduction objectives, aligning with our national and global climate commitments, while fostering sustainable development in Indonesia. Accessibility to tropical forest data and information is pivotal for sustainable forest management. Geospatial data derived from forest resources monitoring emerge as a critical component within the environmental and forestry development framework, empowering the ministry in its environmental and forestry management accountability. Indonesia has meticulously developed Simontana, a reliable national forest monitoring system that stands as a pivotal asset for stakeholders. An integrated monitoring platform featuring remote and terrestrial sensing technologies, Simontana furnishes essential data encompassing forest resources and its attributes, Moreover, it serves as a vital repository of national forest cover data, essential for forestry planning and climate mitigation strategies, complementing Indonesia's National Determined Contribution (NDC), the reference emission level (FREL) within Simontana bolsters the country's climate change control endeavor. Beyond being a major information source, Simontana is an interactive and dynamic medium offering comprehensive data on deforestation and forest degradation trends from 1990 onwards. This interactive aspect engages stakeholders, bolstering public transparency. This real-time data accessibility equips all stakeholders with the requisite insight for timely policy formulation and decision-making, particularly in Indonesia's pursuit of the Volume Net Sink 2030 targets. In relation to this, we deeply value collaboration of the Government of Indonesia through the Ministry of Environment and Forestry with FAO on the project Strengthening Indonesian Forest and Land Monitoring for Climate Action, supported by the Government of Norway. We are confident that we can further improve our forest monitoring capacities as needed and with FAO to continue our partnerships. In fact, I am delighted to learn that a new forest monitoring collaboration has been co-developed by the Ministry and FAO to further advance Simontana and to continue with technical support to Indonesia's National Forest Inventory. We intend to continue consultation to work together in developing capacities in our Ministry for peatland restoration and monitoring system. As I mentioned at the Oslo Tropical Forum last month, I invited and encouraged tropical forest countries, in particular, to have national land inventory and monitoring system based on satellite image interpretation and field check as ground truth. This is essential as we do have a huge variability of land system ranging from swampy land, plains, undulating plain, hilly to dissected mountainous areas. It is crucial that we leverage forest resource monitoring data at both national and global level to fortify sustainable forest management and climate mitigation practices. Let us collectively navigate potential international partnership to bolster our strides towards sustainable forest management. Today, with immense pride, I officially unveil the State of Indonesia Forest 2024, akin to FAO SOFO 2024 within an Indonesian context. I invite you all to share your experience and lessons of promoting sustainable forest management and collaboration towards global climate action. I extend my deepest appreciation to all those involved in the production of this publication, including FAO, which has contributed relevant technical comments and guidance. It is with sincere gratitude that I bring my address to a close. I thank you.
Thank you, Minister Nurbaya, much appreciated. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention in case that you are not following this in English. You can follow this in channel 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in French, Spanish, Arabic, Chinese, Russian, subsequently. Please do so. Check the channel, and the channel is in here. Okay, thank you very much. Well, now it is with utmost joy that I introduce DDG Semedo, which is quite timely, I think, for her, because she is going to say goodbye as well. During these 2 days, I heard many of this. But please kindly share your thoughts with the audience on this occasion. Madame, s'il vous plaît.
Thank you so much, facilitator. Good morning, good afternoon to all. Your Excellency, Dr. Siti Nurbaya, Minister for Environment and Forestry of Indonesia, fellow panelists, dear participants, friends, colleagues. Welcome. Let me join the Excellency, the Minister, to welcome you to this side event on enhancing forest monitoring system organized by the Minister of Environment and Forests of Indonesia and the Embassy of the Republic of Indonesia in Rome. But let me start by thanking you, Minister, and the government of Indonesia for your constant support and presence here during the Forest Week and COFO, and for your vision and leadership as you just shared with us. Congratulations. Indonesia's forests are vital national resources. They are also globally significant havens of biodiversity and carbon sink. So, I am pleased that Indonesia has developed an innovative national forest monitoring system known as Simontana, as the Minister just explained to us. Such systems are essential to inform strategic national planning. They also enable countries to transparently meet their international reporting commitments, such as those associated with FAO's Global Forest Resource Assessment, the Rio Conventions, and the SDGs. Simontana shows how Indonesia is making progress on its national forestry and other land use net sink plan. A major output is the State of Indonesia Forest Report. We are grateful that Indonesia has chosen COFOS 27 to launch the 2024 edition of this publication. We are very honored, Minister, to have you here to launch the publication. I congratulate Indonesia on significantly reducing deforestation in recent decades from about 3.5 million hectares annually between 1996 and 2000 to about 120,000 hectares annually between 2019 and 2023. It is great to see that Indonesia is on track to meet its commitment on its national determined contribution, especially in the land-based components. It is also pleasing that this progress is being tracked transparently using innovative instruments, including Simontana. FAO has been and continues to be a big supporter of Indonesia's efforts on monitoring and forest sustainability. In the 1980s, FAO helped establish the country's first ever national forest inventory. In the last 3 years, FAO has been working with Indonesia to develop a new national forest inventory, which Indonesia will implement between 2025 and 2029. I reaffirm, Excellency, FAO commitments to provide technical support during this period. And as you said, we will be working, developing capacities and establishing monitoring systems. We also intend to continue our collaboration on Simontana and reconciling national and global forest maps. Our cooperation on reducing deforestation, the sustainable management of peatlands and mangroves, and the sustainable bioeconomy, on sustainable commodity production, and on the country REDD+ forest, climate, and biodiversity commitments. FAO commitments on forests extend, of course, as you can understand, to other nations. And yesterday we launched the 2024 edition of the State of World's Forest Report, which makes a strong case for responsible forest sector innovation as a means for creating a sustainable future. On the International Day of Forests last March, we examined the role of innovation in transforming countries' monitoring and reporting on forests. And it was clear then, as now, that we are in the midst of forest data revolution. FAO are happy to be at the forefront of this revolution through our support for countries in improving forest data and monitoring. FAO's award-winning Open Forest Initiative, which is the first open source project at FAO, has trained more than 250,000 people from 196 countries to improve forest data. Significantly, 90% of all forest submissions to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change have used open forests. Let me close, dear ladies and gentlemen, by once again congratulating Indonesia on its innovative approach to making progress on forests and for organizing this event. Looking forward to strengthen even further our partnership. I appreciate this opportunity to learn more about Indonesia forests, about what we are doing, and again, congratulations, and let's continue working together. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, DDG Semedo, Madam Semedo, much appreciated. May I now kindly request your indulgence for a brief, just 2-minute video clip, followed thereafter by Minister Nurbaya signing a memento symbolizing our new publication. If no objection, we'll proceed like that. Thank you.
Indonesia, a land of unparalleled biodiversity, stands at a pivotal moment in its journey towards sustainable forest management and development. Under the visionary leadership of Minister of Environment and Forestry, the past decade has been transformative. Bold steps have been taken to balance economic growth with environmental protection. Significant efforts have led to a notable decrease in deforestation rates. Innovative policies and improved practices have propelled Indonesia to the forefront of global forest management. At the heart of our journey is community engagement, empowering local communities, implementing social forestry programs, and resolving land tenure conflicts are key to our success. Technological advancements, such as the award-winning C-Montana application, have revolutionized forest monitoring and management. Our initiatives extend to economic sustainability. The carbon economy and carbon trading have significantly contributed to reducing greenhouse gas emissions and promoting low-carbon development. Preparing the next generation is crucial. Programs like Green Leadership Indonesia ensure sustainability for our future generations. The state of Indonesia's forests, 2024, is not just a reflection of our journey, but a blueprint for the future. A testament to our unwavering commitment to forest conservation and innovative advancements in forest management. Join us in continuing this vital journey towards sustainable forest management. For our future, for our children, for our planet.
Ibu Siti Nurbaya, please.
Indonesia adalah negara kepulauan terbesar di dunia. Luas daratannya mencapai lebih dari 187 juta hektar, dengan luas hutan mencapai 94 juta hektar. Sebagai negara berkembang dengan populasi penduduk terbesar keempat di dunia, kebutuhan terhadap lahan semakin tinggi. Salah satu akibatnya adalah terjadi dinamika penutupan lahan, yaitu dari berhutan menjadi tidak berhutan, dan begitu juga sebaliknya. Kondisi yang dinamis tersebut harus dikendalikan agar hutan Indonesia tetap terjaga sampai anak cucu kita nanti. Lalu, apa yang harus kita lakukan? Kita harus mengelola hutan dengan baik, efektif, dan efisien, yaitu dengan perencanaan, pengelolaan, pemantauan, dan pengawasan. Untuk itulah, Kementerian Lingkungan Hidup dan Kehutanan telah membangun suatu sistem yang menyediakan informasi yang akurat, transparan, terintegrasi, dan terkini untuk mendukung pengambilan kebijakan yang tepat yang dikenal dengan Sistem Monitoring Hutan Nasional atau SIMONTANA. Sebuah sistem berbasis penginderaan jauh dan terestris untuk menyajikan data dan informasi spasial. Sistem ini memberikan informasi tentang sumber daya hutan, yaitu potensi hutan, penutupan hutan dan perubahannya, kawasan hutan, perlindungan, pemanfaatan, dan penggunaan kawasan hutan. SIMONTANA dengan metode penginderaan jauh menghasilkan data penutupan lahan yang diproduksi dengan melibatkan beberapa pihak, yaitu Lembaga Penerbangan dan Antariksa Nasional dan Badan Informasi Geospasial. LAPAN menyediakan data citra satelit, dan BIG menyediakan peta dasar yang menjadi acuan dalam penafsiran citra satelit. Balai Pemantapan Kawasan Hutan atau BPKH sebagai unit pelaksana teknis KLHK di daerah bertugas melakukan penafsiran data citra satelit dan cek lapangan untuk memastikan kebenarannya. Kemudian, kontrol kualitasnya dilakukan oleh Direktorat Inventarisasi dan Pemantauan Sumber Daya Hutan atau DIT-IPSDH. Hasilnya berupa peta penutupan lahan sebanyak 23 kelas, yaitu hutan lahan kering primer, hutan lahan kering sekunder, hutan mangrove primer, hutan mangrove sekunder, hutan rawa primer, hutan rawa sekunder, hutan tanaman, belukar, perkebunan, pemukiman, tanah terbuka, savana atau padang rumput, badan air, belukar rawa, pertanian lahan kering, pertanian lahan kering campur, sawah, tambak, bandara atau pelabuhan, transmigrasi, pertambangan, rawa. Pemantauan penutupan lahan ini sudah dilakukan sejak tahun 1990. Pada awalnya, dibuat dengan periode 6 hingga 3 tahunan karena teknologi dan data masih terbatas dan mahal. Namun, saat ini sudah bisa dilakukan secara tahunan dan sedang dikembangkan untuk menghasilkan data yang lebih cepat, baik semester, triwulan, bulanan, atau harian. Sedangkan untuk mengetahui potensi hutannya, baik jenis, volume, dan lain-lain, digunakan metode inventarisasi hutan secara terestris melalui pengukuran pada plot sampel. Untuk itu, KLHK mempunyai plot pengukuran permanen dan tidak permanen yang berjumlah kurang lebih 4.000 titik tersebar di seluruh Indonesia. Pengukuran plot sampel dilakukan secara berkala oleh tenaga inventarisasi hutan yang sudah terlatih. Kemudian, data tersebut dianalisis secara statistik. Sebagai contoh, potensi hutan lahan kering primer di Indonesia 164 meter kubik per hektar. Sedangkan pada hutan lahan kering sekunder sebesar 124 meter kubik per hektar. Data SIMONTANA digunakan sebagai dasar untuk mengambil kebijakan yang terintegrasi, antara lain rekalkulasi penutupan lahan, perhitungan deforestasi, inventarisasi hutan dan lahan, inventarisasi gas rumah kaca, Forest Reference Emission Level, Indeks Kualitas Lingkungan Hidup, Program Nasional Tanah Objek Reforma Agraria, Arahan Pemanfaatan Hutan, Emisi Kebakaran, Lahan Kritis, Kajian Lingkungan Hidup Strategis, Penelitian, dan lain-lain. Informasi lebih lanjut silakan akses web berikut.